Hello and welcome to A Perfect Match. I'm Asia, and of course, I'm here with my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Jason Reed. Jason, how are you?
Asia, doing great. Happy to be here with you and happy to be here with our special guest.
Yes, I'm so excited. It was exactly a year ago that we had this very special guest with us. We
Mhm.
are here with one of the experts from Married at First Sight, Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal, how are
Hey,
you?
I am great. I'm great. Just good to be with you guys again after a whole year. Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
I
I,
know.
I was I was shocked when I looked back. I was like, it's been a whole year. Seemed
Wow.
like yesterday to us. So yeah, we're so happy to have you here and happy to be able to talk to you again.
Yeah, man.
For those that don't remember our interview a year ago, we when we had you on, we talked a lot about your origins at Married at First Sight. We talked a little bit about the experts process and how you guys visit and how you guys do different things. So if anyone's looking for that type of content, we do have that already. If you scroll back a year, that podcast is out there. So we're going to kind of focus this one a little bit more on what's going on in the here and now and this
Yeah.
season, maybe a little bit of old business from last season because we got some things to talk about, Pastor Cal, from
Yeah,
last season.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be focused on here today. But yes, it's so good to have you back.
Oh, it's my
Yeah.
pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Um, let's jump right in. By mentioning last season, that was when we talked to you, that was right before season 18, or it was like right after season 18 had started.
Yeah.
Like we were in the beginning stages, you couldn't say too much, but then it ended up being a very entertaining season, which I would imagine that's not what you're looking for. Okay, you're not looking for, oh, let's make the messiest season possible.
Well, that's what I'm looking for as
No,
always.
I'm not looking. I'm looking for
Exactly.
a boring, successful season. That's what I want.
Yeah, you and Asia are simpatico in that. Now you did when we talked to you, you did tell us, hey, this season is gonna have some romance and some love. What you didn't tell us is that the romance and love would happen between the husband and wife that weren't actually married to each other. So that was
Oh my
that was
God.
interesting.
I
So
know, man.
looking back on it, uh, can you like give us just how your feelings now after it's been over a year for you
It's been over a year.
since you dealt with all this and for those that don't keep up with the MAFS streets, David and Madison, the two individuals in question, are still together, still thriving, still
They
happy.
are still together. So we look, we take that as a win. I don't.
Now, Pascal, what
That was
the narrator on the first episode said, or was it? I think Dr. Pepper said it. We still have 11 couples going. We counted. We were like, let's make sure they're not counting David and Madison in that 11. So it's a win for you guys, but
yeah,
you're not
yeah, it's
counting it
kind of
officially.
backhanded
Yeah,
win,
yeah, a
but
little bit.
we'll take it, doggone it. Yeah, and it's so funny because that could have easily have been one of the matches if
Mhm.
she didn't disqualify herself and disqualify him in the interviews.
Yeah,
So it's
That's what
like,
I was wondering. I was thinking, I mean, because I know y'all brought that up on the show, right? Obviously,
absolutely.
you said she said that she had never dated a man outside of her own race, right? And
Right, right.
so did that make y'all, I mean, obviously, because you're like, we try to give you what you ask for, what we think you need.
Absolutely.
Did it make you go back to the notes of David and of Madison to see if, without that one criteria that she said, would they have been a match?
You know what's funny about that? That's a great question. But what's funny about that is that when we were matching David, we knew that David wanted a white girl. He wanted a white
Hmm.
wife
Pastor Cal, we interviewed David,
We did
and
interview David.
he told us exactly that in some interesting terms.
in some
Just say that.
I can't stop him from talking.
I had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Google the term.
He's biracial. His dad's black and his mom is I think
She's
she's Mexican or something.
Latina. Yeah, something
Yeah,
something
she's
yeah.
Latina.
Mhm.
But so I'm like, look, okay, fine. He's half black, he's half white. Okay, you fine. I don't care. Go whatever way you want to go. but that's what he wanted. So when we were matching him, we were actually looking for white women.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And she was one of the ones that we were looking at.
Oh, okay.
And so it's very, I'm not going to say it's a definite, but because she disqualified herself, we took her out of the running. But we did
Interesting.
go back and ask her. Our producer, I'm not going to mention his name, called her while we were all sitting in the war room and asked her, "Are you interested? Is that a deal breaker for you?" And he came back and said, "No, we can't do it."
Ooh, I want to hear more about this war room. What is the war room? Like
The
you guys
war
are just
room?
in like
Oh
a
my gosh. This
you
is the
guys
first
are
time
like
I'm mentioning the war room?
yeah, like tell us about
Man,
that.
this is where all look, the grueling it's a grueling process. It's fun, but it's grueling. Sometimes up to like 1, 2, 3 a.m. And we're in there, we're going through, I mean, myriads of photographs that we put on the board. Well, it used to be photographs. Now we have pictures on the screen and we're going through them and matching and taking all the different qualities of this person and matching with this person. Oh, yeah, but he doesn't like, no, no, we can't do that because he doesn't like this or she doesn't like that. Then we have to look at their compatible differences. Wait a minute, if she's introvert, then he's extrovert. And that's when Dr. Pia will come in, Dr. Pepper will come in, and I'll come in with no, their religious things. Now, it is madness. But we go through that for several nights, for probably about, I mean, the whole vetting process is a few months. But I think that where we're actually down to the final is probably about a week or so that we're in those kinds of environments, just pouring through trying to make sure we get the right matches.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, so given the whole David and Madison of it all, did that give you all any like pause of like, maybe we should limit the mingling of the participants within the process because they liable to do anything at this apparently,
Look,
but I
yes.
mean, yeah, did it give you like a little like some thought about that?
Absolutely. And unfortunately, that is beyond we just mere mortals, as experts, is beyond our pay grade.
Yeah.
So that's something, those are decisions that we can't even make. But yeah, it would be so great if we could go back to like the first, what, 5, 6 maybe seasons
Hmm.
Hmm.
where everyone was just living in their own individual silo, and working on their own marriages, and then met at the final decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a Patreon where we do like all of our bonus content, and we did coverage of season one recently. Like a few months ago, we rewatched season one, gave our takes on every episode, and it was so interesting just to remember
Yeah.
the start of just like they were operating in their own worlds.
Yep.
And then it's just like you didn't have to be influenced by other couples like, oh, are we going at their pace, or
Nope.
what are they doing, what are we not doing?
Yep.
So it's really interesting, like fast forwarding all the way to season 19 now. We get to
Yeah.
see, such thing as a mom and a daughter get to
I
kind of be
know. I
influences about
know.
their
I know.
new relationship. So,
Imagine Jamie and Doug if the other women had gotten into Jamie's ear
hmm,
and gave into those fears that she had.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or the other fellas
exactly.
would have been like, Doug, look, man, if she's treating you like that, she doesn't want you, dude. Nah, I would
Yes.
not. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's
That's such a
like,
good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing I think about just even on the David and Madison point is if they were matched from the start, what would have happened? Because they would have been forced to kind of
exactly,
work through the tougher part of a relationship as
exactly.
opposed to, oh, we just have fun, we're dating,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that could have panned
yeah.
out differently. We'll never know, right?
We
Sliding
won't.
doors,
And I
sliding
believe they were
doors.
actually attracted to each other. Wrong timing, wrong place. But
Yeah.
I think that there's an actual attraction there.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, look, and like I told them on the show, I don't know if this made air or not, but I told them, I said, look, throughout marriage, you will always see attractive people. You will always see people who will come on to you. You'll always say, oh, dang, okay, all right.
Yeah.
She flirting with me. Okay, my knife's still sharp. Okay, I'm still okay. All right, cool. And then you leave it alone. You run like the wind
Yeah.
Hmm.
because you realize there's no way in the world I'm giving up, my wife, my life, any of that.
I
Exactly.
Something
I
crazy.
remember that. Yeah, you did say that on the show. We heard it, and we were like, "Preach, Pastor,
Yeah,
preach."
right.
But yeah, I mean, at that point, I think David was all about Madison. Like,
Yeah, it was.
hey, Pastor Cal, she's gonna be my wife. Okay, she's the one for me. But yeah, so
Well, really quick on that point you just said, do you watch the seasons back after the fact?
Sometimes, depend. Denver, no. Others, I'm
Fair.
sorry, Denver. I love you. Go Broncos. But still, I'm sorry.
Pastor Cal, we're watching Love Is Blind Denver, and it's like maybe it's Denver. Like maybe
I,
Denver's the problem
right?
because
Right?
yeah,
Yeah, gotta
I mean,
be.
come on. At some point, hey, at some point, you got to blame it on the altitude, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You
Something's
can't.
going on
that's
The
what
here.
it
oxygen is
is.
being cut off to the
They
brains.
are deprived of something. But no, I do watch. I'm watching this season.
Okay,
I'm
lovely.
watching this season because we're with a new network. I love the new production. I, it's a better looking show.
Yeah.
I agree.
How do they do that?
It's
Because
a more beautiful show.
yeah,
Um,
because
and
Pascal,
so
like, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was shot in the Lifetime thinking with Lifetime like sensibility because at that point y'all didn't know you're going to Peacock.
absolutely,
So it's like how they up the image budget from the stuff
dude,
already shot. That's beyond
your
that's beyond our capabilities. But I was
your
like,
guess is better than mine with my little
yeah,
weak editing capabilities. I'm like, if you give it to me this way, I
That's how
can
it's
make
gonna
it
be.
portrait. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can
I could
maybe cut
crop.
off the
I could crop.
edges,
Yeah,
crop you or
exactly.
whatever, but
Yeah.
they
Uh,
took that to a whole nother level.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I mean, like with the move to peak, like so you're obviously enjoying. Are you you're enjoying the new format? How they're kind of, I think a lot of people are saying, cutting the fat and all the different
Right.
different things they did to kind of make it a little more streamlined. So you're all in favor of that. You're loving that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I think it's going to be really good for the franchise in general. Of course, the number of episodes have been reduced because we were going
Yep.
like 22 episodes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we were covering this show for like 6 months.
yeah, right, yeah. And the length of each episode has been reduced to 1 hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got an hour and a half. So at one point,
Hmm.
like 2 hour
Two
episodes.
hours.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness. I don't want to see me that long, but it was like a lot. But now I think it's sleek, it's sexy, I think it's good. I think it's good. Yeah, so I definitely approve of the new direction. Yeah.
That's great. That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Love that.
Yeah, so with season 19, we're seeing something we've never seen before, right? We're seeing
Yeah.
these golden couples in this age of like Golden Bachelor, Golden Bachelorette, Later Daters that was on Netflix. So,
Mhm.
can you talk a little bit about the decision that went into casting these
Okay.
golden couples?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cat's out the bag. I'm gonna say this here.
Oh,
Dr. Pepper and I, and in fact, all of us. But when it was at some point, it was just Dr. Pepper and me. We were the only two experts after Dr. Viviana for a short period. And we have been saying for a very long time, we want older couples. We want older. And we've been telling production, of course, again, that whole pay grade thing.
yep.
But then the Golden Bachelor came out.
Hmm.
We were
They
like,
took your idea.
Yeah, I was like, see?
now we were telling y'all, but now the
Yeah.
Golden Bachelor's here, and it's like, oh, well, maybe it works. Okay, great. Yeah, you think? So, so yeah, there are people out there over 40 who believe in love. So I think that what's happened now is that, and with all due respect to production and what have you, I mean, you have to go with what works, and I think they just wanted to try to make sure that we had all the right elements together, that we were doing this in a way that was respectful to the adult children of those couples. And it was just a whole different it's just a whole different thing we had to do to get the older couples. But I believe it adds so much more maturity. It adds a whole new dynamic to see old people flirting and falling in
Yeah.
love. I mean, you're in your 60s and you doing all this. That's kind of different.
That's very much
I
so.
think
Very
it's
much
good.
so.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's I have not heard a bad word about
Right.
the Golden Couples. I think it's pretty much a hit at this point. But yeah, and we you talked about we talked about the different dynamic with the older couples. We also have a little bit of a different dynamic this season where we have a mother and a daughter on the show together.
Yeah.
Now, we did see footage of you at Jalen's apartment, and you got on the phone with Belinda. Can you give us a little more like insight on what went into that decision to say, all right, mother and daughter, let's do it?
Yeah.
Like what went into that?
That was not planned. That was so random. But I will say this. Let me say, first of all, Jalen is like my favorite.
I
She,
do really like her.
oh my gosh, she's such a sweetheart. And her laugh is infectious. But she is. And it was funny. So when I was talking to her, she was just such a sweet person. And so then, as we do, we call their parents, we call the mom, and I was like, oh my gosh. So it was kind of like, "Are you single?" It was kind of like that. And she said, "Oh, well, she could get." He said, "Oh, yeah," and it was just sort of like just jokey, jokey, jokey. But when we went back to the war room, we started looking through our candidates again. I said, "You know what? Maybe we should look at that." So it kind of just happened like that. So maybe we should look at that. And then we threw her through the ringer to see if there was any possibility, if there were any matches out there. And if there hadn't been anybody out there who we felt was a good match for her, then it wouldn't have happened. But there just so happened to be. Now, needless to say, we don't have as many older or more mature people applying as we do young.
Yeah.
Hopefully going forward because of this, we'll get more people applying who are over 40 in their 50s and even 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting because, sometimes with moms, we see moms not approving of their
Yeah.
children
Yeah.
doing this at all. So it's interesting to be like, "Oh, wait, okay, you support this. Also, would you want to do
Yeah, exactly.
it?" So,
And Belinda is so sweet. Her
mhm.
mom, they're like carbon copies of each other.
Yeah, because at this point, we've seen through episode 7, so we've gotten to see like Belinda and Jalen like be able to confide in each other, and like Jalen be able to, be so happy for her mom to find this love. So
Yeah.
I'm really, really, really enjoying that dynamic because in another season, it could have just been, oh, Jalen and Josh are great. And they, they're just the great couple. That's it. But now it adds
Yeah.
this second level of
Yeah.
just intrigue to that relationship.
Be patient. Challenges are coming.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I like that.
Right. We do this on our podcast. We do this rating of like 1 to 5. Do we think they'll be together by the reunion? We have to start saying the reunion because decision day people be saying whatever. And then
Uh-huh. Yep.
so we rate couples, and yeah, Jalen and Josh are definitely at a 5 for us where we think, okay, they're gonna be
Awesome.
together by the we hope.
Yeah.
But on that topic of the different type of casting this season, have you all ever explored other types of casting, like such as like same-sex couples? We've seen Married at First Sight Australia do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Australia did it. And just a little behind the scenes note here. In When we were at Lifetime, it was discussed almost every season. After season, I don't know, 10, 12, it was discussed almost every season as far as doing same-sex couples. There is it's a logistical nightmare
Yeah.
to do it. But based on the way we do it now, no shade on Australia. They're not even really married.
They not for real. Pascal's like they're not for
They're
serious.
It's
not
They're
the
not
legally
for
it's
real.
the
married.
biggest show in that country. Like I went to Australia for vacation a few months ago, and I was like, "Oh, do you guys like watch this?" They're like, "No, but we watch Married at First Sight." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
They're
But
not legally married.
yeah, and Pascal, I think to talk to that point, it feels like that show is more for entertainment, right? They're
It's
they're doing this
salacious.
like
It's spicy.
yeah,
It's come
exactly.
on.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, and again, no shade.
yeah, yeah, of
No
Yeah.
course.
shade. Go Australia. You know what? Ship on the Barbie. It's
Yeah.
all good. But but yeah, we explored it. And I think that at Lifetime, it was just not, it wasn't the right fit for
Hmm.
Lifetime for whatever reason.
Hmm.
But
Environment and like didn't feel like the
yeah,
demographic
yeah,
would
it wasn't
would
the right
like
fit.
it.
And I meant logistically, the way we do it, we put all the singles in a room, all the single males in a room, and all the females in the room, and then we interview them. To do same-sex couples,
Yeah.
it would be really difficult because,
Yeah.
how do we have to sort of just match them independently
Hmm.
and then bring them together. And it kind of takes in my opinion, it kind of takes away from the ability to look at a large pool. Yeah.
Hmm.
You got to just deal with everybody individually because opposite sex, hey, I put a bunch of girls in a room, cool. Not a
Yeah.
problem. Nobody
Yeah.
there trying to hook up, but so
Yeah, we've thought about that too with Love is Blind. It would just be like, how would they do it without, the possibility of people on one side? Like it would have to be all same sex. You couldn't like mix it up. So that would be interesting if like
yeah.
down the line Peacock decides like, oh, this would be something we're interested in. Like if you did one couple.
And they may. Peacock
Hmm.
may. Peacock is a lot more progressive.
Hmm.
They appeal to a different demographic than Lifetime. I mean, Lifetime appeals to, moms, middle-aged
Yeah.
moms. You've
Yep.
seen Lifetime movies where the husbands
Yeah.
always die at the
My
end.
mom is watching
Uh, you
Lifetime
know,
all day, every day. Yes.
Yes. Um,
it's the truth.
Yeah.
yeah, it
If it's
is.
your husband or wife, oh boy, he's gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that.
Can I
So
be honest to you? I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, we
no,
love
this
it.
is
We love it.
amazing.
So with the golden aspects, how does that change the way you approach giving counseling, giving advice? Because it's got to be very different.
It
Talking to
is.
people your age, rather
Yeah,
than
yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
people
Hmm.
that are much younger than you that haven't
yeah,
had as much experience in life.
yeah.
Hey, don't age Pastor Cal. Okay. We know he's just 40.
Come, I, Aysha, I'm telling you, that girl. It's something special about that girl. You gonna be a star. Okay.
Um,
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. It is. It's really easier to counsel or to coach older people because number one, there's a certain maturity, there's a certain experience that they've already had in relationships. They've experienced failure. Very seldom do they come to you acting as though they know it all.
Hmm.
It's kind of like, look, I mean, for instance, like this season, I'm going to give any spoilers, but for this season, of course, I've had to talk to them, to the seniors, and they're bringing life experience, and they say, look, I know, look, I've screwed up before, I don't want to screw up again, and it's that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and so it's easier as opposed to the younger people who have all the rainbows and Skittles and balloons and oh, it's going to be wonderful. I mean, there's some serious realism that the more mature couples bring, and I love that because
yeah.
we can work with that realism as opposed to always living in fantasy land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. They've had successes and failures that they've learned from, and so they can kind of almost self-teach as well
Yeah,
with the added advice you're giving them.
yeah. Now, when they
Yeah.
don't listen, it's tough because there's an old saying. It's not mine. There's no fool like an old fool.
Hmm.
So it's like.
Yep.
It's like, look, come on now, you ought to know better. But the downside is that if their minds are made up and they dig their feet in the sand, you can pretty much forget it. But I think overall it's a good thing. I think
I
it's
Yeah,
love
for
that
sure.
because I didn't even think about that perspective. I kind of was putting the like younger mentality in the older folks, such as like, hey, I've been there. Like I know what marriage is like. You don't have to tell me how to make a long lasting marriage. But I think that goes to credit to the people that you cast because
yeah,
we're really enjoying them so far and just like the
yeah, they're awesome.
maturity. Yeah,
Yeah.
because even in the first 4 episodes, it was kind of like, man, some of them had some issues that you'd think you couldn't bounce back from, but then everyone's great, like moving
Yeah.
forward in like episode 5. So,
Yeah, and you'll find that out. It's going to come out at some point. Someone's going to say it. This is not too much of a spoiler, but someone's going to say because what we found is that the older couples sometimes sit down and counsel the youngers,
hmm
Yep.
and they'll tell them things like, look, you can get through this.
yeah,
This is come on, really,
It's
seriously,
nothing.
yeah,
right? And they use the wisdom of their experience. Come on, man, you tripping about that?
Derek and Megan, we're talking to you.
Right, exactly.
yeah,
You
right.
know?
Like, what are
uh,
we fighting about at this point?
yeah, exactly. Um,
uh,
so we've talked on our show before about because we're in the phase right now where we were just at the honeymoons, we're leaving the honeymoons, and there were some issues that popped up on the honeymoons. We've talked before about like, hey, like, would it be wise to have one of you experts just around at the resort just in case something popped off and of course I can call you, of course I can video chat you, but I don't think there'd be anything like having you on the premises. Maybe we have fun with it. You guys have like a little hut. It's either you, Pierre, or Pepper. You guys have have the
We can
counseling
take
and
hut.
you
turns.
get a
Look,
vacation.
Yeah, exactly. They can come anytime they want.
we've been advocating for that for years, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
like,
you be
look,
down. You be down. Be like,
take me on
let
the
me get,
honeymoons.
yeah, let me get a nice like Mai Tai. I'm
Come
chilling by the
on,
beach.
what?
In case y'all need something, let me come on over. I'm just chilling in the
That's what I'm
sand.
saying. You ain't got to call me. You got to, I'll just knock on your door.
Yeah,
Let's
hmm
talk. Let's handle this.
you're in Hawaiian shirt, like
Me
you
and
know.
my Hawaii shirt,
Yeah,
sipping on my pina colada. Let's do this.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Because I
I think you
mean,
ought to start a
So
petition,
you would
honestly.
be down for it.
yeah,
Oh,
100. Sounds like
we
it.
all would be down for
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
And
Bring
You're
then
all
like,
we
three
would
of
whoa, we
us.
don't
we
need all
would
three.
we would campaign for honeymoons in Hawaii and Fiji.
Yeah, because I mean, I just think these are the most like some of the most pivotal times for these couples
Yeah,
where they
I
are
agree.
just getting to know each other, and that's when some of the biggest issues can
Yeah,
arise, as we've seen in the past seasons. I'll
it's
say
make or
that.
break.
Yeah,
It
to
can be
Yeah.
make or
listen,
break now. Yeah.
get in Montre's ear. Like, listen, Jason and Asia, this was a good idea. I've been telling you for years. Let's get on it.
You
Let's
know what?
do
I'm gonna text
Yeah.
Montre, doggone.
Right now. And another thing we're seeing so far this season, all the couples have consummated, which is got to be record setting. I mean, I haven't gone back and looked at the statistics, but it does feel record setting.
It is.
So,
It is.
like, did you see that coming with this group of
No,
people?
no, we did not. Especially with the older couples. I think
it. Yeah, boy,
It's a mm-mm.
Pat, before he even walked down the aisle, was like, I'm ready. Let's
I
go.
know.
Let's get it.
I'm like, look, they not playing, man. They
Mm-mm.
having business. But no, that this is unprecedented. But it's good. It's
Yeah.
good, and I think that it shows, first of all, the level of their commitment. To marriage. I mean, mentioned Josh and Jalen. Well, Josh went out and bought that rock.
hmm
Mhm.
I mean, that's commitment. I think that what
Yeah.
we're seeing here is
But
that
that poor girl can't even raise her arm. That thing
I
was
know
huge.
Josh ain't doing bad for himself.
No, he
I'm
ain't
Right.
telling
playing.
you.
He ain't playing.
And I love that guy because he is so. First of all, he's so vulnerable. He's so honest with his
hmm
emotions,
Yep.
and he wants this so badly. And I think that's sort of like a thread through the fabric of the whole show. That there's a real maturity there that we see, and people actually are doing things to show commitment. And
Yeah.
I think it's easy for them to say, "Hey, look, we married. We're gonna be married. Let's just go ahead and have sex. Let's do what we're gonna do. We ain't
Right.
playing around with it. We're not gonna tiptoe. Let's." So
Yeah.
And not only that, we've gotten the L word thrown around quite a bit in this very early phase
yeah,
of the
that's a
of the
little bit early.
process.
Hey, a little bit early on that.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Do you ever counsel
Um,
people like, listen, I know you're
yeah,
Like,
excited.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
excited,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to.
let's pump the brakes.
And I want them to differentiate between love and just the excitement of the moment and the infatuation. Because when you start throwing around "I love you," you're saying that I'm committing myself to you. and I don't even really know all of what I'm committing to yet.
Right.
I
Yeah.
have to really understand a little bit more. So we want them to slowly move into love, to grow in love, as I always say, as opposed to
Mhm.
falling in it. But I think there's a whole lot of tripping and falling here. And I hope that, it, yeah, I mean, of course, I know the end of the story, but I'm hoping that it pays off in a lot of situations because, um, the emotions are real. I just
Yeah.
want the commitment to be just as real.
Yeah.
Yeah, one couple we haven't really talked about that has had like intimacy be a center point of their relationship is Britney and Will. So how do you feel about Britney and Will so far? Well, for what we've seen as an
What
audience.
we've seen, I like them. Brittany is a sweetheart. I mean, we liked her from the beginning. She's honest. She's open. She really really loves the idea of marriage, and she wants it so badly. Will's a good guy. Will talks a lot,
Yes.
and
Will talks a lot until she wants him to talk. It's like,
Nah, nah. I don't
I'm
want to give
good.
you what you want.
Yeah.
I I told Will, dude, let's choose our words carefully. And he, doggone it, he sat down with the father, with her father,
I
and
know.
talking about, what, do you believe in Jesus? Well, let me see. But let's go back to the Crusades.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Like,
Dude, you don't really.
So
Do
much.
you
um,
realize this is your wife's dad?
right.
Yeah.
Okay? Your personal opinions at this moment are not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Just say yes or no. Well, I'm an agnostic. Just say I believe.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
you
It's
believe
like,
even agnostics believe in something.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Just
like
say I believe.
you don't have to constantly defend your opinion or
Don't.
defend your stance.
Oh,
Just
it's like,
especially in these situations with the dad. I'm like,
Because it
come
was
on.
like, what were you trying to do? Convert him at this moment to believe something else?
exactly.
There really was no point in that. And so it was that was very telling in how he was going to
Yeah.
approach situations that we've seen so far. And it was
Yeah.
just, he's just been someone to kind of figure out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah. 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 Yes.
it's so interesting.
He
Um,
um he shows you the difference though between the older couples and the younger couples.
yeah.
I think he's a good example because the more mature couples would have just played the game, played to the
Hmm.
game, as opposed to trying to exert your opinion and
Yeah. We call him the well actually guy, where he's like, well, actually,
Yeah.
this.
you guys
Uh,
have been watching the show just a bit too much, okay?
honestly, no,
Yeah.
we have because we just start referencing all these different seasons, and I caught myself this week on our episode 5 through 7 recap. I said, y'all, I didn't choose this life. It chose me.
It chose you.
Just for
Yes.
some reason, watching these seasons, it just sticks. And then I just stayed around long enough to be
You
here
you
until
you
season
sound like
19.
Bane from Batman,
Yeah.
You adopted the darkness. I was born in
Didn't choose
it.
this.
Right.
Exactly.
uh
Um,
so Pastor Cal, we still have a ways to go in this
Sure.
season. I'm
Yeah.
curious, and of course, without spoiling anything, uh who from now till the end of the season are we going to be the most surprised by?
Mm.
Whether it be throughout the process or the ending, who do you think we're gonna look at and be like, wow, I did not see this happening when I was watching episode 7. I didn't see, I didn't see that coming.
Oh, that's a great question. I think that, wow. I'm looking at them individually, and I honestly am seeing surprises across the board. I was going to say Will and Jasmine, and then I thought, said, well, no, maybe Jalen and no, maybe Chad and Belinda. Yeah, that's a good. Well, no, maybe yeah. So I think that you're going to see serious surprises. The beauty in this season is that everyone has such a different story. Everyone has such a different story and such different challenges that what you're going to find is that um, at some point you're going to be wondering about whether they're going to make it and then you're going to see it turn around. And at other points, you're going to be like, nah, nah. Oh, some other, oh yeah, they got it all together. Then it's going to be like, oh God, what happened?
Yeah.
So, but I think that I think you're going to find surprises across I can't, I literally
That
can't
listen,
pick anybody.
that's
That's
great. I
good.
love that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
So on top of that, just in general, what do we have to look forward to for the rest of the season?
You have for what you have, look, it's going to be probably spicier than you would have imagined. Um, I think it is. Uh, you're going to see I think that you're going to see emotions that you probably haven't seen in our couples because there's a lot of feeling in this season. There's a lot of feeling. So from the men, the men are very vulnerable, very open, and I think that's going to be a good thing. It's going to be really,
Hmm.
really good to see that. Um, there will be challenges from work to relationship to religion to it's going to be a roller coaster, but it's going to be really, really satisfying, I believe.
Love that.
Um, whether there are successes or challenges, we can't say. But I do believe that at the very end, people are. This will not be the kind of season like we've seen in the past, where it's like, oh God, that was a.
We're looking at you, Denver. We're looking at you. Okay.
Right.
Ooh, I didn't say that. You know, this will not be that. This will not be that. This will be a season, irrespective of the outcome, where you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this was so riveting."
Hmm.
It's going, and there are going to be lessons to be learned.
That's
There are going to be a
great.
That's
lot of lessons
amazing.
to be
we
learned this season.
we did remark on our last recap for 5 through 7 that I was like, I don't know what show I'm watching because it seems like all of these people are very emotionally intelligent. They are in touch with their feelings. They are
They
able
really are.
to be accountable, work through things more than I
Yeah,
think we've really ever seen before.
yeah,
Through casting, were you guys seeing that? And did you think like, wow, we might have the most like emotionally intelligent cast
yeah.
we've ever had?
Yeah, I think so. I think that there were certain glimpses of it. There were real glimpses of it actually, as we were casting. We left some good people on the cutting room floor also. There were some really what we thought were great candidates who we didn't match. So, and whenever that happens, I'm always hopeful because it just lets me know that, as opposed to, well, I hate to not finish the sentence, but as opposed to one of the previous seasons where it was like, okay, let's just find somebody that, but I'm not talking about Denver, but the thing, but no, I'm just
Oh
joking.
man.
I'm joking. No, but I think that for here there was such a great pool of candidates, and we had a lot to choose from. So I think what you're seeing is what I believe are some of the best that we had to choose from, and they're really stepping up to the plate and putting in just valiant efforts to make their relationships work. So we're really excited about it.
That just goes with that just shows you how dynamic Texas is. Like you got Houston down
Oh
here,
brother.
then you got Austin up here, then Dallas somewhere in the middle,
Uh,
right? You know?
Well,
I
now
sh
Austin as a city I love Austin. Don't know if I'd
Same.
ever live there, but I love Austin.
Same. I went to college there
Yeah,
and I would never go back because I wouldn't go back to live because it would lose its charm. It's
right, right.
also not fit for the amount of people that live there. Like traffic is insane.
No, it's not that's really accurately stated.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you so much for being
Oh
here.
man, it's always a blast.
Yes.
yeah.
We know you have a book and you have your app. So where can people keep up with what you're doing? I
Hey,
love
there it is. Mary Jane for
it.
Punks, baby.
Marriage Ain't for Punks. Yeah, our book is doing well, and if you don't have it, get it. It's really a great study, whether you're single or married. And there's some great things happening with the book that you'll be hearing about at a later date. So we're excited about that the book is moving forward and people are really grasping it. In addition to that, I had mentioned last time that we have an app, the Marriage Ain't for Punks app, which we've renamed and rebranded as the MAPS app, MAPS. which is a loose acronym for Marriage Ain't for Punks. But what we've done also is we have an online portal, a website, mapsforreal.com or marriageaintforpunks.com, where we're going to have courses. There's going to be interactive stuff. And what we've done is that we're focusing on building marriages starting with men. So it's a little different thing that we're doing. We're actually through a nonprofit that we have called Men Touring, Touring, Men Touring Manhood, that where we're meeting every month with men. And you can go to marriageaintforpunks.com and find out about it. But we're meeting every month with men online. We're encouraging them and we're getting them ready to be husbands and ready to be better husbands if they're not. But in addition to that, we're about to use the same platform now to open up our dating side of our app. So expect that to be coming very soon. I'm a firm believer that if we can get good, solid men who are ready to be married, who are ready to do the work, that it's just going to be easy, to get the women to match to them. So,
Well, Pastor
That's what I
Cal,
heard.
I'd like to join you, but I've been told I'm the best husband there is. So I don't
well,
think I
then,
need,
dude,
I got
was
the
that
mug
your
to
wife who
prove it.
told you that?
Yeah, I got the mug to prove it. So
Okay.
number one husband. I mean, who can
Okay.
refute that? You know what I mean?
Well, then we need you as a mentor.
I'm here.
We need you as
The listeners to our podcast can tell you I got all the
You like
answers.
yeah.
my experience are all these seasons of Married at First Sight that I've watched and podcasted about.
Certainly taught me what not to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, where
But
can they follow you on social media?
I am Calvin Roberson, CalvinRoberson on IG, or of course, Marriage Ain't for Punks on IG, or you can also Facebook, TikTok, Threads, all the same. I am Calvin Roberson.
Love
awesome.
it.
Well,
Or
Pastor
Twitter, or
Cal,
X. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
I know.
Everywhere. There's so many places now. Pascal, it's been a blast talking to you.
Always, guys.
And listen, we'll see you in about a year's time. Let's keep the pattern going.
Let's do it. Let's
But this
do it.
is a blast. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, my man.
Yeah.
Asia, it's a pleasure.
It's such a
Oh,
pleasure.
oh
Thank you.
wow. Okay,
Oh
okay.
no, no, you
I
too,
see.
Jason.
Okay,
You
You
too.
yeah,
too.
yeah,
You too.
yeah.
You too. You too. You too.
I just hope
But
I'm not
Asia,
the Denver of this
Asia,
situation.
she's gonna be a
Oh
star.
man.
No,
Dis,
Thank
Dissed by
you.
Pastor
I'm going to
Cal.
clip that, and that's going to be my morning affirmations
That's fine. I
from
can
here on out.
always, no matter what, I can always say I was dissed by Pastor Cal, and
no, you would not.
it's a badge
Never
of
that.
honor I can
You're
wear.
right.
You my man, 100 grand. You know that.
Exactly. I love
Pascal said
that.
that Jason, he's the Denver of podcast hosts.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I wouldn't say
Jeez.
that about the worst podcast host, but that's
Gosh.
Gosh. Oh, well, thank you so much. It was such a
absolutely.
pleasure.
It's my
And
pleasure.
make sure you guys go continue to listen to our coverage on the Love at First Sight feed or the RHAP YouTube channel. And we'll see y'all next week for our next recap. Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.